Woo! What's up, everybody? That was Chicken Choice Judy. We are Chicken Choice Judy. I'm gonna get Sekai here on real quick, everybody. What's up? Just a minute, folks. I'm giving Sekai a call real quick. We'll see if we can get this started. My camera is acting up. Of course. Right as stream starts. Of course it has to act up. Hold on. Let me get this working. Let me refresh this. Oh God. Of course. Sekai and I, we had just started. Can you hear me, man?
I can hear you.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, we had just tested this like legitimately like 10 minutes ago. Right before starting, and then of course it craps out.
That's how it be.
That's how it be, guys. Sorry, just a moment, folks. We're just gonna get this thing figured out, and we'll be there. I know you guys are excited, but hold on. Let me reset my Discord. Sorry. Of course, this is how it goes. Sorry, guys. Please be patient. Oh God. Oh God. Here, let me see if a different camera works. All right, this one will not work. So let's see if my Logitech works, because I used that one before. That one won't work either. Oh no. Mods. Cloak, if you need any help. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna add my mod into this group. Real quick, and then we're gonna figure this out, because this guy is the best. Hey, what's up, Cloak?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hello.
Sekai, this is Cloak. This is my mod, and he's a huge fan of Infinity Train.
Yes, I am.
So
He's
he's
been talking to me about it for a while.
He's helped me through numerous occasions of these technical difficulties, but yeah, my camera just won't work now all of a sudden.
Okay, so what I want you to do is, I'm pretty sure your OBS is using your camera right now, and that's why you're unable to use it.
Oh, you are correct.
So make sure that OBS doesn't have any of your cameras enabled.
You are correct.
And then restart your camera on Discord.
Just a moment. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so they see me. Oh, I see. Disable that. And then.
Yes, there's a camera enabled on your stream.
That's right. That's right. That's what it was, right? Sorry, folks. I apologize. I lost you guys. I think I know what the problem is now, like you said, because it's Discord using my camera.
Yeah, you can't have two things using it.
So just X out the eye.
I believe so. That should work.
And then it's still loading for some reason. Let me try again. There we go.
Make sure in your Discord settings you're using the right camera as well.
Yeah.
Should be in voice and video.
It's the Game Capture HD60.
No, not the HD60. HD60 is your capture card, I think.
Okay, so then which one, the Brio?
Oh wait, unless you're using your camera's capture card.
Oh yeah. I am. So sorry, Infinity Train fans. This happens sometimes, unfortunately.
I saw something.
Well,
Oh yeah, this is the OBS virtual camera, but it's not that. They briefly saw it. Sekai is here, guys. You guys briefly saw it, but I'm just trying to fix my webcam, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Here, let me try to.
I don't want to say it, but you might need to restart OBS.
Oh,
like
boy.
OBS. Oh, you got
There
it.
we go.
You got it.
We got it, guys. Folks, we got it.
Okay. Have a good stream, guys. See
Thanks.
ya. Awesome, guys.
Oh my God.
thank you.
Oh my God. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to do this. Sekai is so patient. Well, I
Got
just
nothing but time.
got nothing but time. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go, folks. Here we go. We got it. We got it.
Hey.
Hey, all right, folks. Here we go. Three, two, one, and bam. Here we go. All right, folks. We're live. Thank you, Sekai, for being so patient, my man.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh God, I'm like sweating bullets here. Like I don't know if you can see. I'm like, ugh. Every single time. So like I've had a couple of these like where like I think this is a big one. And I don't know if you play video games, but I play a game called Apex Legends, and when I had the CEO Vince on, the same thing happened. It was just a crapping out, of course. But glad to have you here, man. Thank you.
Glad to be here. Yeah.
Yeah. So chat. This is Sekai. He plays Ryan, the lead singer of Chicken Joyce, Judy. Man, what a treat, dude. You and I were talking back and forth of trying to get this thing together, and I was trying to reach out to Owen and Madeline to see if we could do this, but things don't always work out, and so I'm sure down the line we'll get them. But dude, by the way, chat, I haven't seen this guy in I haven't seen you in what, 2 years? Maybe
it's been because I mean. I heard you throughout all of our records, but we actually only met that one time.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Well, first of all, we'll go back to the beginning, but how have you been? I haven't seen you since then. Like, how have you been? How's the pandemic been? I know you're in New York, right?
Yeah, I live in New York.
Yeah, I mean,
pandemic's been could have been better, could have been worse. I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation, overall, I think. But I've had I've had Discord, and I play games with my friends every Friday, and so that sort of kept me up. Yeah, I mean, I get auditions every now and then, which is still good.
Nice.
Things are starting to pick up. But overall, not too bad, not too bad. How have you been?
Well, you mean voiceover stuff or on camera stuff or
in general, just
nice
life,
work. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done anything on camera in 2 years or something like that, 3 years. So I've been thinking about getting back on.
Nice.
But I've been busy throughout the whole pandemic.
That's really good to hear.
Thanks. I mean, the mentality was for myself was I started Twitch streaming right before the pandemic. I didn't know. I was just planning to do it for Apex, and then it just happened as was it a little shortly after we wrapped up, right?
Yeah, it was 2 months after.
So yeah, it was we wrapped up, and then I went to Korea, and then I came back, and then the craziness happened. But then I started streaming, yeah. And so during the pandemic, I was like, I'm gonna grind it out, and I would stream every other day, and then I booked a few projects. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I would stream, and then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays I would stream. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I'd be it'd be recording. So
awesome.
That was my whole most of my pandemic.
Very busy.
Yeah, and I was with YouTube, building YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just keeping busy. But yeah, I mean, tell me how you've been since I saw you after. I mean, and then we'll get to the show and everything. Obviously, we have a crazy amount of fans here, so yeah, dude.
I don't know. What do you want to know? Any questions?
What's life like? What's life been like after you started recording? Infinity Train?
Yeah, finished recording. Infinity Train was really cool because I graduated from college.
Yeah.
And then the summer happened, and then I booked this role, which was absolutely bonkers. In September, just a few months afterwards. And so that was kind of such a high peak for me, recorded up until from September 2019 to January 2020, right? That's about when we wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
And then like since then I like had a um small like co-star appearance on the show Billions,
Mm-hmm.
which
Oh,
was
nice.
cool. Yeah, that was like also like right before the pandemic, literal like around the time we wrapped. Um, and then like going into the pandemic and everything, like things sort of like slowed down for me. Um, I'm like pretty new to the scene, like to the industry in general. And so I'm like back on the grind, I still got the day job, still like trying to find auditions, things like that.
Nice.
I think it's like the usual actor stuff.
The usual actor stuff, yeah. Everyone thinks
Yeah.
like, we all have these yachts and planes, and it's like, not really, not really.
Maybe someday, maybe
Maybe, yeah,
someday.
maybe
We'll see.
someday. Maybe someday we'll just have like gold bars, like
Oh
stored
yeah.
away. But that's awesome, dude. Dude. So so if the chat, I don't know if chat knows this, but like I haven't seen you. Like I when we started recording, I think the first episode we recorded. I was in LA, you were in New York, and then I had a play reading, and I flew out to New York, and I was doing the play reading,
Yeah.
and then I called my agent. I was like freaking out, and I was like, "Do I need to fly back?" And they're like, "No, no, no. We have a booth. I mean, we have a recording studio for you there." And so when I arrived, that's when I met you.
Yeah.
And I met Jeremy. He plays 1-1.
Yeah, yeah, 1-1, yeah, 1, yeah.
And 1-1, yeah. And he was there and super nice. He almost like was Gary Oldman esque.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly the vibe I
Yeah.
got from him.
And
So cool.
he's so cool. And then we recorded that one time in New York, and then I had to fly back to LA, and then we recorded remotely, which was fun, but also
Yeah.
like I don't know, like the sessions were like, they were like notes, and
Mhm.
banging them out. But yeah, I mean, tell me because you said this was like your project right after you got out of college. So like, what was your experience like and all that?
Yeah, it was so like I remember so I auditioned for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watched the pilot like a few like when it came out like when I was like still in high school or like was like in the middle of college sort of thing. And I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And then I remember getting the audition and seeing this character and I was like, "Oh, cool. I know the show or like of the show." And he's a Japanese character,
Yeah.
like a Japanese descent, which is something that I love, like Asian representation in media. That's like really big to me. So I like sent out an audition. I was like, as you do, and then I got a call back, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. And like they're like, my agent was like, yeah, so you like go into the studio, and I was like, oh, I've never like done a voiceover callback before, so that was while that like went in and they're like, oh yeah, this is Owen, this is the creator of the show. And I like internally I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
On the outside I was like, yes, hello. And then they had me like and they had me do the same lines and at this point only the first season of the show had been out.
Mhm.
When they so like because the second season came out like after we wrapped like recording for
Yeah,
season
something like
4.
that. Yeah, yeah.
So like I like watched a few episodes beforehand just to get like a grasp on like what they wanted like tone wise and sort of what the general like gist of the story was gonna be. um Interesting is I didn't watch the entire first season and I didn't realize it was an anthology series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I I went into the audition and it wasn't until I got the first episode script that I realized that my character was going to be one of the focal points of the season. I thought he was
Yeah.
like just going to be a one-off character in the season. I was like, "Oh yeah, Tulip's the main character of the show." Um and so so me getting the news that I got the role after the callback, I was like not expecting anything. I was like, wow. I was like, oh my goodness, like thank you. I got like a call from my agent. I was like, oh my god, thank you. And I was like, nobody was home. I just like went into the living room and just screamed at the top of my
Yeah, that's
lungs.
amazing, dude.
And then I got the script. I was like, oh cool. And I was like, oh this character's in the script a lot. That's really interesting. And I like kept reading and I was like, huh, I wonder if I'm in an episode after this. And then like it eventually dawned on me after reading the script over and over that I was like, wait a second, this might be a this is a main character. I don't,
Yeah.
and then like that my it just my appreciation for everything that I'd like been able to achieve there just like grew so much.
Yeah.
And the experience, oh my goodness, like being in the booth, like meeting you, being in the booth with you, and some really like legendary voice actors, just like meeting
Yeah.
them, and oh my, I didn't meet most of them, like because they were in LA and I was in
Mhm.
New York, but like how's that for you?
Dude, I mean, okay, well, I mean, that's amazing, by the way. And I was sort of the same way too, where like I knew like like the show. I didn't know too much of the show, and they kind of like there wasn't much about the show. Like there was the first season, like you said. I was trying to get a feel for it, and I was like, wow, this is like there's a lot happening, you know. And then we got our script, and you know there was a lot happening in our script. I was like, what's going on? There's like you know, Pig Baby and Cactus Kez and like I was like, oh my god. I was like, but then like when I was reading through it, I was like, I kind of wanted to. I didn't want to know too much about the show because our characters were sort of discovering what was happening as the episodes went on. So that's what happened. And then I remember when I saw that J.K. Simmons was in it, I was like, what? What? This was so crazy. Yeah, my mind blown. And of course, like legendary Kerry Walgreen and Robbie Diamond. So, yeah, man, dude, I remember going into the sessions and Kerry Walgreen and Robbie Diamond. They were so funny that like I would completely like they're professionals. They've been around for a while, you know, and you know, this is maybe my third or fourth year in voice acting because I was doing like camera and theater for like 18 years. So but
Right.
like, when I was in this, we all got together and we were recording. I would completely jack the scenes up because they were so funny. They were so goddamn funny that I was trying to hold my laughter in, and then come here, Kaz. Like, you know, when Kerry Walgreen would do that, and then like Robbie Diamond was yeehaw, like come here, Kaz. Like,
my
dude, I was busting out laughing. I would completely mess up the takes, and so I was like, oh my god. And then they're just kind of like smile at me. I'm like, oh my god, they probably think I'm an idiot. But it was so much fun. And it would have been more fun if you were there, but I know you were in New York, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like going into Cartoon Network every week, and like seeing all
So
the art up
cool.
there, and I'm just like, oh, this is crazy, you know, and you know, and seeing Owen and everybody. But I think I do have a story. So like, I remember going in, and I think I was sort of sick the day that J.K. Simmons was supposed to go in, and
Oh.
I went in there and I was like trying to focus as hard as I can. And I remember that day I had a beanie on and a hoodie on. I was trying to like recover and hide the fact that I was like not feeling well. And I got to the end of the episode and there was like this one line. It was one line. It was one line and I could not say it for the life of me. And I kept messing it up and he messed it so we took a break and I went to the bathroom. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? What am I doing? And then like somebody came and like put their hand on my shoulder. They're like, you're doing great, Johnny. And I was like, that's how I knew. I was like, they know. I was like, get it together, man. So I went back in the booth. I was like, I gotta knock it out. But yeah, I definitely had a moment that day. But yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, man. I mean, when it came out, like what, like, and HBO announced it, like, you know, like what was going through your mind and.
Oh man, the day that trailer dropped, I was like, oh, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here. After like a year and a half of just like kind of like wondering like, I wonder when it might come out. Like,
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
like, you know, like not talking about it with anybody, be like,
Yeah. I know, dude. I wanted to tell, you know, my community because like during the year, I was like cultivating my Twitch community and Discord and everything. And I'm like, there are things coming. I can't say, but there are things coming. Yeah. And they're like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, oh, you just gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. And it took, I mean, obviously, because books 2 and 3 came out, and but when it finally came out, I was like, oh, Infinity Train, and it was so cool because it's HBO Max, and like you said, I mean, what show? I mean, Invincible now, but it's like, what show has like a Japanese American and a Korean American, 2 Asian American characters as leads, and it's just, you just never see that happening. So
yeah,
it was
so cool,
super grateful. And I never think of that, like whether it's like some of the roles that I go out, acting or voicing or whatever, I just try to do the best job that I can. And it's not until like you say something like, oh yeah, an Asian American representation, or my friends say that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I sometimes forget, but it's a big deal to a lot of people. So yeah, man. But tell me about, like, dude, I want to know, what I want to know is about the singing, dude, because dude, when they were like, you gotta, because we had to sing for the audition too, and I'm like, these guys are never gonna hire me, never gonna hire me. and then the day came where we had to sing, and I was like, oh Jesus. But yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like seeing that at the end of my the audition too. It was like, it's like, oh, just sing like a song from the 80s. And I was like, and then I kept looking up songs. I was like, oh, I like this song. And it's like, oh, 70s. And I was like, oh, dang. And then I look up the song, oh, 90s. Oh, dang it. And I think I finally like stuck on one, and I like did it a few times. And I was like, okay, this is probably the best I can do right now. So I'm just gonna send it out into the world. I don't know if the singing is gonna be the hook, line, and sinker for my audition. Probably not, but like, I'm glad they were like, yeah, this is good enough.
By the way, chat, we will completely get to all of your questions. We're just catching up. I promise. But I felt the same way too, where it was like an 80s song. I think I sang, I can't remember, but I think I sang Aha. Like, take
wait, that's so cool. That's so awesome.
I think that's the one. I can't remember. I might be making it up, but but yeah, man. And I remember you recorded your Train to Nowhere first, and then you sang like the lower tone, and then I tried to match the higher tone, and then we had to we had to sing Cat in a Toque.
yeah. So silly. Love it.
It's so good, man. And what a blessing, dude. I mean, to have worked with like everybody at Cartoon Network, and Owen and everyone on the show. Yeah, man. But since the show has come out, what have your friends said? What do your family say?
Oh, it's I mean, my parents, like, I got an HBO Max account, and my parents were like, hey, wanna share that with us? We can watch it. And I was like, yeah. And my parents watched it, and my mom was like, it's like I think this is like the best work you've done. And I was like, oh,
that's amazing.
I was like really happy about that. And I like watched it with a few friends, watched it a couple times, and like, I don't know, like the amount of like love and support my friends and family have given me has just been so kind, so nice.
Yeah.
And they're always the people who are gonna like be hyping me up, even when I'm feeling like, oh I could have done this, I could have done that. They're like, nah, shut up, you got this. And so like I'm really grateful for that.
That's awesome, dude.
What's up? I was just gonna like throw it right back to you. Like how's it for you?
My friends are not as nice. My best friends are like, oh, dude, we gotta listen to his ass again. Like, because after voicing a few things, so they give me a lot of crap, and they make fun of me, but out of love. So it's all good. My parents are like, whoa, they think it's really cool. But yeah, it's dude, it's exciting stuff. I mean, like, shows on HBO, the show's rating has like 100%. It's crazy, dude. And then I swear to God, like when we were going into it, I'm like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna mess it up. Like I can't. But yeah, dude, it's really really exciting, man. And like to have a music video and have the song out on Spotify and Apple.
So cool. I was like, oh.
It was so crazy, right?
It was a nice surprise. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's kind of crazy, like how our characters like kind of look like us, you know?
Yeah, that's actually exactly what, like, when I got it and like I met you, I was, and like I saw the storyboards, I was like, wait, I was like, this can't be a coincidence.
Yeah. Oh my God.